She's got one leg out of her dirt. She's getting going slowly. For me, this pack is so small. I had to have forgotten something. It's more so right here that I could tell. So that's the frame. Things are seldom below the frame. And we're back on the trail. No food to speak of. 18.4 miles till town. 1 liter of water. Like 4 hours, 8 miles or so to the next water source. Pack feels amazing. What could go wrong? Good morning, Pacific Crest Trail. This guy comes running up behind me downhill and scares me, and then waves me off. I do the same thing to him, and he's completely up in arms. I'm exhausted. Well, that guy took a wrong turn in the tent site that I walked through, and I thought he might have because it was a little confusing. I just saw the cutest baby little lizard, but I'm gonna try to just get this off my chest. So he came up behind me. And I was very apologetic, and he was very apologetic. So it's good. We have more in common than we have differences. I was prepared to argue with him back and forth when we passed each other for the next week. Certainly going into Agua Dulce and just telling him to fuck off. That's where my mind was. But he came up behind me, and we were basically saying, can we make peace at the same time? Interrupting each other, trying to explain our points of view. And he just said he was having a bad day, and he put his junk on me. And I told him, I didn't like it, and I immediately showed him, as childish as it is, I showed him how I felt by running up behind him, and he thought I was going to attack him. But for 1 second, I thought he was going to attack me. It doesn't make sense when you turn around and see someone that didn't declare that they're racing behind you. It's not a 2-lane street. So my question to people that race up behind people without saying, hey, coming up on your left, what do you expect them to do? What are you gonna do if they don't ever hear you? Not that there's many deaf people hiking on the trail, but there are. I read somebody hiking the Appalachian Trail that was deaf with a assistance dog. You can't pass them. You need to let them know you're there. And I can't be the only one who's getting startled by people running up behind me. So anyway, it's all water under the bridge. He did bring up the other guy because it's a family of like 8 or 10 people. And so of course they all talk. So the other guy, probably before I made peace with him, had said, this guy scared me. Well, I didn't scare you. At the very least, you scared me first. I scared you because you scared the daylights out of me, and I turned around ready to attack. I'm punchy. If you get in my space without me knowing, I don't like that. It's unlikely that I'm going to strike someone, but if 10 people snuck up on me, I might strike one of them because I'm not thinking, I'm reacting. And it's a fight or flight reaction, and I don't like it. So I'm turning around in a state of mind that I don't like. People are in my personal space, which I don't like. And all you have to do is say, hey, I'm 10 feet behind you, you know? But anyway, that's enough. I just wanted to try to get it up my chest. Maybe I'll buy both of those guys a beer. My biggest thing is they're all racing each other. I'm not stupid, I get that. And the guy today even said, maybe you should get a mirror. I thought that yesterday. Maybe I should get a mirror. I look stupid enough. I don't need a mirror to help me look stupid. And I don't know if they make ultralight mirrors. But that was the thing that really set me off. With both of them, they were a little dismissive and just, you know, like, I'm going faster than you, deal with it. The first one, not as bad as the second one. The second one was amplified 10 times worse. And it set me right off. That's why I chased him. Just to be like, hey, how do you like it? And he didn't. And that's probably why once he had a second to think about it, realized, well, now I'm not even on trail. Now I gotta walk by that guy. And that's kind of the thing. We're all doing the same thing. Whether we're doing it to each other and it's negative, or we're doing it for each other and it's positive, we're all out here working hard, hiking the trail, getting filthy and sweaty, carrying our food on our back, carrying our water for the day. Rant over. If I remember correctly, that's a road where I could hitch into LA or get a ride into LA, which would be to the left. I've never been to California before, so I've obviously never been this close to LA. It's just interesting. I have no desire to go into LA in the grand scheme of hiking on the PCT right now. But it is interesting being so close, the idea of going in, if that makes sense. So I'm using these aqua tabs. They're tiny. For the first time, I pulled water out of that creek near the road near Acton. Now this isn't anywhere close to a full liter, so this might really taste bad. I already used the aqua tabs on 2 full liters. This is just all I have left, but I'm not going to drink this without treating it just because it's not a full liter. So I ran it through the soy squeeze. I read that you're supposed to do that to get any particles out, and then you drop the tab in, wait a half hour, and you know, it didn't have that strong of a chlorine taste, but on the first liter, the last sip, I did notice a little taste. This is the coolest place on the PCT today. If I had known about it, this would have been a much cooler place to hang out than under the bridge. These two are kissing. Home for the night, cowboy camping right in front of the Maria Bonita. They're real nice people. They have real good food, so saving $30. I'll blow up my air mattress once they all go home for the night. But I'm saving $30 for now. Not staying at the Serenity Oasis, which sounds like a nice place. I'm just choosing to stay here because there's like 30 hikers at the Serenity Oasis, so I don't want to pay to be surrounded by that many people, and they have to be competing for resources like showers and laundry and good tent sites and all that, and I'm just kind of burned out. I need to recharge on my own, and this is a perfect place for me. I love sleeping in my tent, but I'm not going to get that much of a better night's sleep in my tent. And I'd rather just take the kindness from these people and stay here.